Hey, this is Rick Casalage, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, I wanted to go through, a knee strengthening workout that you can do in order to get knee strengthening results. Okay, Jenna's going to go through the exercise and I'll kind of talk about the details of the exercise, and Jenna's going to go through the first exercise right now. Okay, good. So the first exercise is step ups. Now, so how it's working, you're standing nice and upright in front of the box. You're going to step with one leg, bring yourself all the way up so you're standing nice and upright, and then stepping back down, you're going to bring the feet together, switch legs, coming up, feet together at the top, and then returning back to that starting position. Now, if the box is too challenging for you, you can move to like a step, like a regular step on a set of stairs. And same thing, stepping up, bring the other foot, standing upright, bringing the foot back down, and then the other foot beside it. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for that exercise, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side, so a total of 10. The time of the exercise, you'd step with like smooth controlled movement with a good contraction at the top of the position. And when you're returning back to the start, you're really working the muscles to return back to the starting position as opposed to just letting gravity do all the work. The intensity will be light to moderate depending on if you're using the step or if you're using the box. And the purpose of the exercise is really to strengthen the muscles around the knee and around the hip. The bigger the box, the more that you can bring in the hips in order to do the exercise. So that's the first exercise. Moving on to the second exercise when it relates to a knee strengthening workout. Perfect. So we're looking at side lunges. So you're standing nice and upright. You're going to bring your arms out in front. You're going to step to one side. You're stacking the hip over the knee, over the foot. Good. And then back to the start. Other side, stacking the foot, knee, and the hip. Opposite foot, foot's flat, legs straight. You're pushing back up, bringing the feet back together. So that one, looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity. Sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side, so a total of 10. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good contraction out of that bottom of the lunge position, really bringing the glutes and the hamstrings, working on them hard to get you out of that bottom position. And looking at the intensity would be light to moderate depending on how deep you go with the side lunge. And the purpose of this exercise is really to work on side-to-side stability in the hip, in the knee, and also to work on strengthening the muscles around the knee and the hip. So we're 2 exercises down in this knee strengthening workout. Moving on to the third exercise. Good. A single leg squat exercise. So how this breaks down is you're in a standing position, nice and upright. You're going to bring the hand up against the wall. You're going to stand on one leg. You're going to bend in the knee, bringing the knee forward and bringing the hip back. And then back to the start, really working the hamstrings and the glutes to get you there. Back down again. You can see the torso comes forward, bending at the hip, hips back, knees forward, and then back to the start. Good. And as you saw, Jenna had her hand up against the wall. She can, if she wants to make it more challenging, she can bring the hand off the wall, and she can also make it even more challenging by adding external weight. So dumbbells in the hand or dumbbells in one hand. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this exercise, sets are 1, repetitions would be 5 on each side. You can progress on to 10. Time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the bottom position, and then really working on the hamstrings and the glutes to get you out of that bottom position and back into that straight leg position. The intensity will be light to moderate depending on how strong you are in the knee and in the hips. And the purpose of this exercise really to target the muscles around the knee and around the hip. Also, we're working on a balance in the knee, foot, and the hip, and also working on side-to-side stability in the hip. So excellent exercise. It covers a lot of things when it relates to helping strengthen the knee. Okay, now moving on to the fourth exercise. Okay, good. So we have a monster band shuffle. So you have resistive tubing wrapped around above the knee. You're pulling the tubing out. Jenna's going to step to one side. Tension's always on the band. Stepping and following with the other leg. So now going to the left. So she's stepping and then following with the left. Tension on the left. Tension on the right leg. Okay. And with this one, we're working the outer part of the hip, and we're kind of targeting, two of the main contractions that happen in the muscle. So bringing the leg out to the side, we're working on like a concentric contraction of the muscle, and then when we're returning this leg back to the start, we're working on like the eccentric contraction in the muscle. So looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this exercise, sets are 1, repetitions would be 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 steps, one way, and then 3 to 5 steps the other way. Looking, sets, reps, time, time, smooth, you're going through a smooth, controlled movement and really trying to keep tension on that band throughout the movement. Looking at the intensity will be light to moderate with this exercise, and the purpose of this exercise is really to work on the stability in the knee and the hip when it relates to side movement, and to work on the activation, endurance, and strength in the muscles in the hip, specifically in the side-to-side movement. Okay, moving on to the fifth exercise. Okay, looking at it like a squatting with a band. So with this one, we have a couple options. So you have Jenna has the resistive band wrapped around the knees and then squatting down and back up. Good. I mean, other things that you can use like a little mini band like this, or you can even take the bands and just wrap it around and tie it here and go through the movement. Now, looking, I'll get you to, coming down, back up. Okay, so looking at the starting position, nice and upright. Jenna has the bands just above the knee. Feet are more than hip width apart. Toes are pointing out, and then Jenna's going to squat down and back up. And I'll get you to face this way. Squatting down and back up. One more repetition. So she's working on bringing the hip back, the knee forward. Torso's at an angle, and then back to the start. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1. Repetitions, start off with 5, progress to 10. The time, smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the bottom position, and then really working on the glutes and the hamstrings to get you back in the starting position, and then contracting the quads at the top of the position. Looking at the intensity will be light to moderate, depending on the resistance of the tubing. And the purpose of this exercise really is to work on strengthening the muscles around the knee and strengthening the muscles around the hip. So there you go. Give those 5 exercises a go. They're an effective knee strengthening workout that you can do. Now, if you're suffering from knee pain and want some of my best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming knee pain, what I recommend you do is click right here. I have a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks That Fight Knee Pain and Tightness. So just click right here, let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you the report right away. Now, if you're watching this on a mobile device, tablet, or smartphone, head down below in the description and click the first link, which will be exercisesforinjuries.com/knees. Let me know where to send you that report, and I'll send you that report right away. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have a question or comment for me, leave it down below in the comments section. And lastly, hit subscribe if you want future pain relieving videos.